Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got the God of Destruction TOPPO data download. He comes out on the 31st at 11 p.m. This is an unusual time. This is a very unusual time. Okay. I mean, it makes sense that he comes out in a couple of days, though, because it's a weekend. They typically, I mean, I don't know. Like, they always try and not drop stuff on the weekend, right? We're probably going to get okay, so this Goku, obviously we know who this guy is. He's getting an Awakening. He's getting an EZA. He's probably going to be pretty good because his base SSR kit looked pretty good. So we'll look at that in 1 second. He's going to get his EZA in a second. This should come to Global as well. I presume we're probably going to get an announcement for DRAGONFEST and Hirudegarn on Global. And then remember, Global and JP, they're going to share the April Fool's Day stuff. And then I do expect like another April Fool's Day unit, probably in a couple of days or something like that. Okay, so his SSR did come out on the 2nd. I do expect like an actual April Fool's Day character, but I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we have Proton's thread here. Going over all of the new things. So we have a promo movie, we have God of Destruction TOPPO, we have Catopesla, we have the free-to-play Goku Awakening. There's now a Mr. Satan Zenny statue, a super Mr. Satan, like a Super Saiyan Mr. Satan Zenny statue. So I could see Super Saiyan Mr. Satan, Super Saiyan Hercule being the April Fool's Day unit if they're going to do this type of statue. I would think so, but again, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. We have the new stage added to the event. This is for the free-to-play Goku. Heavenly Events, Super Battle Road. Super Battle Road stages should be pretty easy, even if this is a bad category. Extreme Super Battle Road Interest has Cell Saga. This probably will be pretty easy as well. EZA Super Vegeta would be great for Super Battle Road. The EZA area stage, that's for the free-to-play Goku. New Support Memory Boost stage. Oh, okay, cool. New Dokkan event, that's for TOPPO, and then the new Battlefield. Remember, Battlefield 74 is going to be a battlefield that'll have new enemies in it, by the way. Oh, it's the Gohan and Piccolo support memory. Okay, we'll get to it. Okay, so promo movie. We'll just go in order, like as we go down through Proton's thread. It's always the best way to go through these data download videos. So, God of Destruction TOPPO. Oh, wait. Are his crits guaranteed? And always crits for a battle, yeah. So, when God of Destruction TOPPO does his active skill, he has guaranteed crits for the rest of the fight. So there's two ways of thinking about it. You could transform early, do the active, so you're doing guaranteed crits for the rest of the fight. But you do need to be mindful about this. Right here. I mean, we'll see in game, but dodge should, so this right here, his damage reduction should be decreasing every time he's actually hit. So like a full dodge build should work rather well on that, but I guess we'll see once he's in game. To me, God TOPPO looks very, very good. I feel like I'm probably going to end up liking Vegeta better. I think Vegeta, I'm going to end up being a little bit more a fan of Vegeta. But if we just pull up my last tier list here, I think God TOPPO would slide it. God TOPPO is like a Z tier character. God TOPPO to me feels comfortably above Frieza and DRAGONFEST and Physical Goku Black and, 21 and all these characters. TOPPO is more on the level of Vegeta. Now, Vegeta is going to age better than TOPPO because, remember, guys, it's important to understand context of power creep and stuff like that. TOPPO, where power creep is going to hit TOPPO, so he has guard for 3 turns from his intro, right? And then he guaranteed guards and gets a lot of extra defense in slot 1. Those are like kind of the two things right there, right? But when you transform into God TOPPO, where he's just like guaranteed guarding with his damage reduction, he does slowly get weaker defensively. So where this character would start to age out, think of like, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta and Trunks, these characters that want to go in slot 1, when they first come out, they typically are, made good enough for the current content, which TOPPO is. But like, certainly we could see how, in the future, he's just going to be not as good. But remember, that's something that'll come down the line, right? Like, we'll see how this guy looks. I'm sure Worldwide Download Celebration will have tough content. We'll see what TOPPO looks like after that. But keep in mind, I mean, TOPPO is a support type character. TOPPO is creating orbs, guarding, damage reduction. TOPPO has a lot of good stuff. I saw some people complaining about his team, how it's a little bit redundant. And I mean, I guess that's true but like special pose and tournament participant, a new leader for special pose is good. A new leader for tournament participant is good as well. 17 and 18, we could just use them as kind of like a character on the team. I do wish he had another leader skill though. I don't like 2 leader skills on Dokkan Fest exclusive characters. So he has Universal Survival Saga. Oh, he's on Transformation Boost, yeah. Realm of Gods, Mastered Evolution, Final Trump Card, Universe 11, Super Bosses, Tournament Participant, Space Traveling Warriors, Defender of Justice, and Special Pose. They easily could have tacked on, you know, Final Trump Card, Realm of God, Mastered Evolution. They could have tacked one of those categories onto him just to give him a little bit more variety in what he could do. I said the same thing about Vegeta. I'll say the same thing about every character that only leads 2 categories. Dokkan Fest exclusive characters, these need to be the most important characters in your box, your leader characters. I mean, I guess Carnival LR characters can be leaders as well, but Dokkan Fest, you know, these are the units that are leading your teams. So I do wish that there was 3 categories we're getting for these characters. Now next, Catopesla. I'm just going to tell y'all flat out, I don't know. This is a character, I'm going to do, so here's my plan for Catopesla here, because he has a kit we haven't seen before. Like, he's very goofy. I'm going to do just like a normal 200% showcase on him, because he should just, certainly he's going to be on TOPPO's, right? Yeah, he is. So I'm going to just do a 200% video for him on TOPPO's team. And then, I mean, I'm probably just going to do an hour-long video on him. I know people want, you know, me to get to the Tapion hour-long video and a bunch of stuff like that. But I do want to prioritize new characters. So I'll do that, and then we'll try and get to some long videos and stuff like that. I'll try. Remember, long videos are tough, although it's slowing down a little bit now, right? Like, this data download is not super massive. So I could probably get into like some hour-long videos and stuff like that coming up soon. I will, you know, before anyone asks, yeah, I will do the Tapion video. I've already got the thumbnail made for it. But Catopesla is going to get a one. I know it seems ridiculous to give Catopesla a 1 hour long video, but I actually can't, like, just looking at his info, I don't know. I could see how he could be solid, but I just want to see it in game, right? I mean, one thing that's going to be nice is, you know, the Gammas are certainly going to be very powerful on the team. TOPPO and the Gammas don't synergize super duper well because TOPPO changes their in orbs into rainbow, which I don't know why they would do. Like, they couldn't have thought for 2 seconds. It's not like it makes the Gammas unrunnable or anything like that, but it's just a nuisance, right? So not really too sure why that's a thing. But yeah, I mean, if we look at, I should talk about Catopesla a little bit more than that. Wait, yeah, here we go. Because it's just like, so he does these things on these turns, and then on these turns, like, I'm going to want to go through a couple of events and see, like, does he hold up? Because King Vegeta did feel much stronger once I was using him. Like, I never really was, my King Vegeta did have full dodge, of course, but I never really was, like, super nervous, like, uh-oh, like, I'm done, because King Vegeta, like, I felt very comfortable running him. That's really what I'm just looking for. Is Catopesla a character that it's just like, yeah, like, you know, we're good. Like, we could throw Catopesla on there and he's effective. Keep in mind, TOPPO's team, by the way, you have all the Tournament of Power EZAs. Evolution Blue Vegeta, AGL UI Goku, STR UI Goku, Blue Kaioken, Evolution Blue Vegeta. I do want to do some videos on STR Blue Kaioken Goku as well. I'm not sure how he's going to perform right now. Super Saiyan Goku, let's see. So he's Goku family, 3 key, 77% of stats. If there's an Earthbred fighter ally on the team, he has an intro. For 4 turns, all allies get 1 key. Wait, hold on. Okay, so looks like all allies get 1 key for the first 4 turns, and then at the end of Goku's turn, he gets 10% HP. Okay. He gets 159% attack units. Remember that this is a free-to-play character, so you can keep in mind that his... I mean, this isn't the worst ever. I guess. His attack is obviously pathetic. His HP is pathetic. Defense is a bit low, but I would not call it pathetic. That's for sure. It's like once we start getting really bad with defense is when you're like, you know, like below 10,000 or 10,000-ish. Definitely not high, but it's not the worst ever. So like just keep that in mind when you're looking at kind of like stats on like free-to-play characters like this. Then he gets another 100% on super. Start of the turn, he gets 10% HP below 90%. Guards below 60%. Another 15% HP below 30%. And then below 30%, he gets a guaranteed additional super. 2 key 30% attack units for all allies in the Bond, Parent, and Child category. If there's a Goku family category ally in the turn besides himself, if he guards, he gets 30% damage reduction and then another 59% attack on super. 50% attack and defense immense and 10% HP. This Goku heals a lot, dude. It is interesting. Like this guy actually could provide a lot of value to a team if he's not going to get hit too hard. I think that this guy might be okay. It helps that he's AGL. Like, is this guy going to be terrible against Cellmax? Like, no. Like, he would actually probably be helpful, would he not? I'm going to want to see this guy in game, but I think he's, like, decent. I think this is a decent free-to-play character, actually. Like, he has a lot of stuff. That's why I'm a little optimistic about him. Ton of HP regeneration all over, which, you know, could be a factor. You guys already know I'd recommend full dodge. And then, you know, see if this Goku could help out. Supports. I just really like the idea of making free-to-play characters, like, built like this. Like free-to-play characters can never do damage with the big boys. It's never going to happen. So you could make them, you know, function like this, where they're healing everywhere, and you've got some defensive mechanics, and they're supporting, right? Like, this at least, like, Dokkan understands what they're doing with this guy, so that's good. Seems solid. We'll see once he's out, but looks promising to me, I think. So here's the Super Saiyan Mr. Satan Zenny statue. Maybe he will be a unit. We'll see. Maybe. We've wanted that for several years, right? Okay. Here's the new stage for his event and the Awakening Medal. Heavenly Events, Super Battle Road, Andros Cell Saga Extreme, Super Battle Road. Here's the Ize area stage where we can get the Goku's medals. There's those medals. Support memory boost. Yeah, let's take a look at this. For 3 turns from the start of battle, 1 key, 20% attack and defense for all allies in Bond, a Master, and a Disciple, or joined forces. Okay. Solid. It's solid. It's solid. We've seen better. Like, didn't the Realm of Gods one just give 25% attack and defense? It's the only thing. And that was literally the stage before this. But, like, it's Bond and Master and Disciple is a solid category. I would encourage free-to-play players and players to grind up support memories as much as they can. These are great for some of these missions. Remember, when Dokkan itself gives you a no-item mission to beat, you can use a support memory. So that can really give maybe someone with like a less strong box a nice advantage in getting some of these missions done. So I'd always encourage you to try and get all the support members as strong as you can, and then, you know, use them appropriately for some of these missions. Here's the TOPPO Dokkan event. Love to see TOPPO get a DOKKANFEST. TOPPO is not really super hype. So I think that this is a good time for him. We just got Saiyan Day Vegeta. And then we're going to be moving into, whatchamacallit? Golden Week at the end of the month, which should be pretty hype as well. So, I had a discussion, like, could we see, like, LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, like, as the Part 2 LR? Like, I would not be upset about that at all. LR Kefla could be on the board, right? I imagine it would be related to TOPPO. A lot of times the April LR is random. Well, last year it was random, because we had Kale, and then they gave us Super Boo. Super Boo was on Kale's team, but, like, they don't... It's ridiculous, right? 2 years ago, it was Goku and Piccolo following Raditz. 3 years ago, it was Tapion and Minosha after Videl. So, who knows, right? Like, are we gonna... You know, is it gonna be related to TOPPO or not? I do think like an LR Kefla would be fire. I think it would be great. Because at 2024 seems to be like Super Bosses is the category they introduced during the anniversary, and we know physical Goku Black is going to be coming to JP eventually. My guess is that this guy is going to release on like July 30th for JP, which is good, by the way, because that means he will not have a Part 2 LR, which means Global isn't missing a Part 2 LR. So I do hope that we see this guy on July 30th. The only thing is, he definitely is going to feel pretty weak, like compared to like the Golden Week characters and TOPPO and Vegeta already. Like I don't, like this guy is going to show up pretty late in the year, and he doesn't seem that crazy. We'll see. We'll see what things look like once he shows up. Then there's Battlefield, and then just a bunch of assets. Again, not the biggest data download. You know, the beginning of the year is always super crazy on JP. Global players, remember, next year it's going to be the same schedule. Now, like, you know, April will probably be a little bit quiet. I mean, Global's going to have a dual Dokkanfest, but April will be a little bit quiet until the end with Golden Week. So let me know what you guys think of TOPPO. TOPPO seems very good. Do you need to summon for him and get him? No, but I mean, look how freaking raw he looks. That does look pretty good. I do think TOPPO is going to be really strong. At the very least, I don't see TOPPO falling off the way a lot of the in-between Dokkanfest did last year. Like Super 17, Kale, Turles, Super Trunks, 17, 18. I mean, 17, 18 have rebounded a little bit after the 9th anniversary, but you guys get my point. TOPPO feels above that level to me. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.